microphone around to you.
Zach, I wonder if you can just reflect with your first season almost done here at Georgia, just what this experience has been like, and has this lived up or even exceeded your expectations when you decided to come to Georgia?
Oh yeah, so it's crazy, man. That we actually on like the last regular season game. Seems like time's been flying. It kind of seems like I still just got here, but it's been a blessing just to get a chance to connect with the guys on the team, with a great coaching staff as well. I've been able to learn a lot from the coaching staff, even the older players as well too. Just getting a chance to learn from everybody and just having a fun season. Overall with the team, I feel like we're a pretty close team overall. Have good moments in the locker room, things like that, whether it's game day in the locker room after practice and things like that. So it's been pretty, sorry about that. It's been a blessing so far just to get a chance to, play with everybody. And, I didn't really have any expectations coming into it. I just wanted to let God guide my journey throughout this whole process. And I'm proud of where I am today.
Yeah, you've become Gunner Stockton's go-to receiver. What has sort of allowed you guys to develop that connection and chemistry?
I think, just trying to do my part as well. As quarterback, you got to have trust in your receivers or whoever you're going to throw the ball to. So just trying to make sure I'm 100% with my assignments every single play, to where I can be reliable for him to be a target. But, wherever the coaches need me, whether it's offense, special teams, I just try to do the best of my ability to help the team overall.
Zachariah, I don't know how much of a stats guy you are, but you're only like 13 receptions shy of the all-time Georgia single-season record for catches. One, I don't know if you're aware of that or not. And since you're not, what would it mean? I mean, to be able to accomplish something that's been a record for a pretty long time now.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool right there. I didn't even know that I was that far away from any type of records. I don't really look too much at the stats and things like that. The most important thing to me is we getting that W at the end of the day. But that's pretty crazy to think. It's definitely a blessing to know that I'm in that category with a lot of players who've came through this program, a lot of great players, and to know that I'm in the category to be able to, possibly do that is something that is pretty interesting. So that's pretty cool.
What's your thoughts on getting a chance to play for the first time in Mercedes-Benz, and I don't know what your experience is with playing in stadiums with roofs?
Oh yeah, I got a chance to play in the Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium. I think like 2 times. One time state championship in high school, and then when I was at USC, I played LSU my first game in Allegiant Stadium. So definitely got some experience playing inside with a roof and a dome. But this one's gonna be pretty cool. I've seen Mercedes-Benz Stadium, on TV and things like that, but it's gonna be a pretty cool experience just to see it in person and be able to perform in it.
Kind of follow on what I asked you a second ago. Since you've been in Athens, have you had time or given yourself an opportunity to maybe look back at some of Georgia's other receivers like Pickens and AJ Green, who played before? Of course, they're different kind of receivers than maybe what you are, but Georgia does have a history of guys who have come through before.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely have got a chance to look at a lot of different people. And then when I first came, I looked at a lot of different things like Isaiah McKenzie as well, Terrence Edwards and things like that. So I went back a little bit, did a little history, on the Georgia receiving core and things like that. Like you said, guys like George Pickens and things like that. So there's a lot of guys who came through here, and then you even got Javon Wims in our room now. He's helped me a lot throughout my whole process, just getting here, the ins and outs of certain things as well. He's been to the pro level, like the goal that we want to get to. So just hearing from him and things like that has been very beneficial. But, I've definitely watched a lot of different receivers and maybe took some nuggets from them, from their film.
Yeah, what do you see in this Georgia Tech defense you guys are going to be going up against, and specifically the secondary, just the challenge you guys are up against the receivers?
Oh yeah, they're a great team. It's a rivalry game, so everybody's gonna play hard. I'm excited for the matchup, but they definitely have a great team. Watching them on film.
Yeah, as someone who coming from the West Coast, not exactly super familiar with clean old-fashioned heat, what are your expectations for Saturday, and what does this rivalry sort of mean to you?
Oh yeah, I feel like the rivalry is something that's really important. Kind of like how I came from USC. We have the USC versus UCLA, crosstown rivals and things like that. And I know how important those games are So it's pretty similar in that manner, but obviously different, and the certain states and things like that. But I'm very excited to go out there with my team and just get a chance to play in this rivalry game.
We've seen Ellis make a lot of plays. He had an interception that game on Saturday. Just what kind of growth have you seen, especially going up against him in practice throughout this year?
Oh yeah, ever since I came, I already knew Ellis was. He was one of those guys where he could make a play at any point. I think he had like 9 or 10 picks in fall camp. So I saw it every day. Like, yeah, this dude he's a real deal. So just to see him get a chance to do that in the game and show his ball skills as well. He's had some of the craziest ball skills I've seen from a defensive player in a long time that I've seen playing football. As you guys saw, he went up there and snagged that pick at full extension. So he's been making plays like that every single day in practice, and it's always fun going against him because I know that I'm going to get better.
You guys are 10-1, and might play in the SEC championship game, well positioned for the playoff. Kind of, what are your thoughts on helping this team get to that position, knowing that you guys have big games ahead, including Georgia Tech?
Oh yeah, our focus is really just to take 1 week at a time. We don't try to look too far ahead, like we're in the college football playoffs and things like that. Our focus right now is just Georgia Tech, so we putting all our energy into that, all our focus into the game plan, and try to execute our plan as possible, as best as possible, so we can go out there and perform.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food, and sort of off that, just what's it mean to get to spend Thanksgiving with your brother, where not a lot of guys on this team may be able to spend time with their family this week?
My favorite Thanksgiving food, probably gotta go turkey, man. I mean, that's just pretty much a no-brainer. Gotta have that on Thanksgiving. But it's definitely special just to get a chance to spend it with my brother. I got a chance to see my parents and things like that this weekend as well. It was their birthdays. My dad's birthday was yesterday, and then my mom's birthday was a few days before that. So just everything happening, at the right times, and then my brother still being able to be at the university with me is something that is really special because a lot of people don't get a chance to do that. So definitely is a blessing just to have another Thanksgiving, with him.
I guess it's qualified as some kind of a reflection question, but has there been any part about your season, team season, interacting with new teammates that's going differently, better than maybe what you would have thought going into this year?
I don't think anything has. I didn't really have any expectations coming into the year. I just wanted to be able to help contribute to my team, as best as possible to be able to, get as many wins as possible. But definitely had a lot of great moments with the team. I can go back from fall camp to even spring ball when I first came. Just a lot of the guys really embracing me in. Showing me the culture, and I earned my respect throughout the program, and I felt the love and support from not only the players, the coaching staff, the trainers, and things like that. So definitely it's an honor just playing for the University of Georgia, and I'm glad I made the decision.
Let me ask you just real quick. You talk about earning respect from your teammate. Was that one of the biggest things, or was that one of the big things as a player, somebody new coming in to earn respect from your new teammates?
Yes, sir. I'm kind of I would say I'm a leader. I try to play a role in being a vocal leader as well as my actions. But you can't really do the vocal side until you really earn the respect of those guys in those rooms. So I just try to show my work ethic in the beginning, the way I compete every single day, whether it's in the weight room. I'm trying to make sure I get on the leaderboard every single time to let people know, like, yeah, I'm coming for real. This is how I am. And then on the field as well, just trying to compete and make people better as well, and make myself better, because that's what Georgia's built on. The culture is built on competition and just trying to sharpen each other up, because iron sharpens iron. So I just want to let the team know, like, I got the same mindset as you guys, and I just want to help contribute the best way as possible.
How would you assess your season as a returner?
Season as a returner, I feel like I definitely could have made some different decisions early on in the season, watching film and things like that. I feel like I've been more aggressive in certain situations, but you can't go back. You can only look forward. So I feel like these recent games I've just been taking more chances. Getting back to myself a little bit. I feel like early on my freshman year I was returning everything. I was like, I don't care what it is, I'm just returning it. But I think I was being a little too conservative in the beginning of the season. But now I'm just trying to make sure I do the best for my team to try to put them in a better field position once we go on offense and things like that. So I'm being more aggressive for sure.
So like Max, like you do like the Sulu touchdown dance. Like you got any other touchdown celebrations in your bag or anything like that?
Any other touchdown celebration? I definitely got a lot of touchdown celebrations. I definitely wanted to switch it up, but the guys on the team was like, man, you got to just keep running with that one, because I've been doing it probably for like 3 years now. So I wanted to bring it to Sanford Stadium, and then like KJ and stuff, we always be joking. I haven't scored since I think Tennessee at first, and then I scored versus Mississippi State, and then we came to the sideline. He was like, bro, I was like, you better hit your Sioux celebration. So I think the guys on the team just getting invested in the celebration as well, and then my parents and stuff saying like, hey, you got to keep doing that as well. So it's pretty fun when I do it. I don't see too many people doing it in college as well, so I was like, I might as well just stick with it. Dudes on my team like it, I like it, and my parents like it, so I might as well stick with it.
Got time for one more question if anybody has any? All right, Zachariah, thank you.
Thanks, Zachariah.
Thank you.
Happy